Actually, the packages are container for classes, which are used to keep the class namespace compartmentalized. So package allows us to create, for example, a class named list, which we can store in our own package without concern that it will collide with some other class named list uh, which was stored elsewhere. So packages are stored in a hierarchical manner and are implicitly imported into the new class definitions. Java API, it provides many packages. For example, Java.io package. So this package provide uh, classes for handling input and outputs. Okay, Java.net package. This package provide classes for handling network application. Java.awt package. That package provide controls, AWT controls classes. Java.awt.event. This package provide event classes, event listeners. Okay, so the most common package is Java.lang. So this is a special package. Java.lang is a special package. This package is automatically imported in our source file. Okay, so we can directly access classes from the Java.lang package. So we need not import the particular package. Okay, this package is automatically imported. Okay, so default imported package is Java.lang package. So this package contains wrapper classes, then thread classes, then math class. Okay. So the most commonly used classes are stored in Java.lang package. Okay. So we have seen many classes last three classes. Okay. So the name of each class was taken from the same namespace. There is a default namespace. This means that a unique name had to be used for each class to avoid name collisions. Okay, suppose I create one class employee. Okay, so some other want to create a class with the same name. Okay, so it is not possible. Okay, so using package, we can use our own our interest name. Suppose I am going to do one project, student, for example, college. So in this college package, I can use student class, I can use staff, I can use course, I can use book, etc. So another one doing project for another college. So they can also use student, course, book, etc. Because a student, book, course, these classes are stored in two different packages. Okay, that is the advantage of the package. Okay, so Java providing a mechanism for partitioning the class namespace into more manageable groups. Okay, so this mechanism is a package. So the package is both a naming and visibility control mechanism. So we can define classes inside a package that are not accessible by code outside the package. We can also define class members that are only exposed to other members of the same package. Okay, so this is package and access specification, access protection. Okay, so actually, what is package? So packages are containers for classes that are used to store the class namespace. Okay, packages are the containers for classes. So in Java, the related classes are stored under a group that is called package. Okay, in Java, the related classes are stored under a group that is called package. So I already told Java.net package, Java.awt package, Java.io package, okay, Java.aw.event package, okay, like that. Okay, how to create a package and use it. Okay, creating a package. So how we create, how we define a package. So how can we use how can we use classes from the particular packages? Okay. Okay. So in the drive D, Java training SRM. Okay. So here I'm going to create two folder. Okay. The first folder, okay, P1. That is package P1. Okay, package P1. So I created. Okay. So I created one package, one folder. Okay, in the D drive. D drive, the direct Java training, subdirect is SR. Okay. Okay. So here I define one package. That is package P1. Okay, package P1. So to create a package, actually it's quite easy. So here simply we include a package comment as the first statement in a Java source file. Okay. So we include a package statement as the first statement in a Java source file. The syntax is package space package name then semicolon. So any classes declared within the file, okay, will belong to the specified package that is P1. Okay. So I create one class A. Okay, class A. So here the class A belongs to the package P1. The package statement defines a namespace in which classes are stored. So suppose if you omit the package statement, so I remove this package statement. Okay. So the class, now the class names are put into the default package. So which has no name. Okay. So now I include a package P1. So here the class A. Here P1 is the name of the package. Okay. So actually Java uses file system directories to store packages. For example, .class file for any classes we declare to be the part of the package. So here P1. Okay. So P1, which must be stored in the directory called P1. So that's why I created one directory P1. Okay. So more than one file can include the same package statement. That is class A, then class B. Okay, it is possible. Okay. So the package statement simply specifies to which package the classes defined in a file belong. Okay. Then we can create, we can also create a hierarchy of package. That is P1 package, P1 dot subdirectory, P11 dot subdirectory, P11, etc. Here the folder P11 is a subfolder of P111. P111 is a subfolder of P11. P11 is a subfolder of P1. Okay. So a package hierarchy must be reflected in the file system of our Java development system. Okay. So I already told one important package, java.awt. Okay, java.awt package. So Java. Suppose we want to use one image. So the image class is in java.awt package. Okay. Okay. So suppose package p1 dot p11 dot p111. Okay. So actually it needs to be stored in the directory p1 slash p11 slash p111 in Windows environments. Okay. Okay. So here I create one package p1. Okay. So here the class A. This is public class. So public class can be accessed from other package. Okay, public class. So I just include one public static void main string array. Okay, system dot out dot println package p1 class E. Okay, package p1 class. So save as the folder p1. Okay, there is a dot file C. So now I'm going to compile this program. Okay, so change directory p1. So Java C a dot Java C a dot Java. Okay, so there is no error. Now I'm going to execute using the Java interpreter Java A. So no class definition found error. That is wrong name. Okay, A. So I move to the parent directory cd dot. Now I execute Java package name p dot Java p dot. Okay. Sorry, p1 Java p1 dot. Okay. So now the output is package p1 class. Okay. So actually here the class A is binding with this package name. Okay, that is the name of this class is p1.a, not a, because this class is defined below the package state. Okay, this so the name is automatically binding with this package. So the name of this class file is p1.a. Okay. So Java p1.a now package p1 class. Okay. So here I define one class public void display. Okay. So the package p1 I define on class A. That class contain one instance member function display. Okay, that function display one message, that is package p1 class A. Now I'm going to create another package, that is package p2. Then public class B. So here this class public static void main. of string array. Okay, public static void main string array. Here the class B wants to access the display function of the class B. Okay, so here I import this class. That is import p1 dot. Okay, okay. This is the import statement. Okay, so actually the import statement is used to import one particular package. Okay, so actually in Java source file, import statement occur immediately following the package statement, and this statement occur before any class definition. So the syntax is actually import package name dot class name. So actually here the import p1 dot a, the statement only import the class A. Okay, suppose the package p1 contain many classes, so we need to access all classes from the particular package. Then we can use import p1 dot star. So this statement import all classes from the package p1. Okay, so based on our need, we can use the import statement. Okay, right. Okay, here import p1 dot a. So I import only one class. Okay, then obj, that is a object, equal to new a. Then obj dot display. So package p1, p2 import p1 dot a, public class b, public static void main a obj new a obj dot display. So here the class b uses the class a from another package p1. Okay. So I created one more directory in the SRM folder. Okay. So new directory P2. Okay, P1, P2. Okay. Now I save this file. That is b.java. So save as b dot. Okay, save. Okay, now I'm going to compile the first A, class A. Okay, so I move to the directory P1, change directory P1. So Java C A dot Java. Okay, so no error. So I move to again the parent directory SRM. Now I move to the directory P2. So Java C B dot. So two packages, one P1 and another one package P2. Okay, the package P1 contains one class A. The package P2 contains another class B. Okay, so the class B wants to access the class A from the package P1. So here one error is displayed. That is package P1 does not exist. Okay, package P1 does not exist. That means there is no class path between the package P2 and the package P1. Okay, there is no class path between the package P2 and P1. So we need to set a class path. Okay, so actually the class path is an environment variable. Okay, so I am going to set the class path. So that is set class path equal to, okay, already existing class path, this percentage class path, percentage semicolon. Okay, then now I'm going to add the new class path, that is d colon, okay, d colon slash java training slash sr. Actually the directory p1, okay, directory p1 is in the folder sr, okay, d colon java training slash srm folder. So now I'm going to execute java c b dot java, sorry, d colon java, okay, set class paths, wait, d colon java training slash sr. Sorry.
Our class path is correct.
Okay. D colon slash. So set the class path equal to,
Sir, like
wait, wait,
P1 dot this thing, no, sir, like in first Java file.
wait. Set class path equal to paste. Tell me.
In the first file, no, sir, please go to a.java, sir.
Actually, this
Sir,
is
like in
package
that,
view.
yes, sir. So, like there, no, sir, while you have put package P1, but the folder name is different from the package name, no, sir. It is case sensitive, no, sir.
No. Okay, I will change. Okay.
Same thing for P2.
Okay. P2, then here P1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So change directory P1 java c a dot java. Okay. So now change directory. So change directory P2. Then set the class path. Okay. Yes, you are correct. Okay.
Thank you.
So Java C b dot Java. Now Java B. Okay. Here the main method not found in class B. Okay. Public static void main string A, public class B. Okay. Okay. Java P2 dot. Okay. So now the output is package P1, the class. Okay. Here the class A, the class B. Class B uses the class A. Okay, that is A obj equal to new A obj dot display. Here the both the function and the class are declared with the public modifier. Okay, so public class can only be accessed from other package. Okay, suppose this is default class. Okay, this is default class. So Java C a dot Java. Okay. Okay, CDP2. Then Java C b dot Java. Okay, here A is not public in P1. So it cannot be accessed from outside package. So public class only be accessed from outside the package. Suppose this class is public, but the method is default. Okay, the method is default. So change directly P1, Java C, a dot Java. Okay, then CD, change directly P2. So now Java C, B dot Java. Here display method is not public in A, so it cannot be accessed from outside the package. Okay, the class A is public, but the particular method is default, so it cannot be accessed from outside the package. Okay, so this is the access protection. Okay, so here okay. So here, so actually in this figure, it explains the overall access protection mechanism in Java. Okay. So actually, last 3 classes we have seen many access control mechanism. That is public, protected, default, private. Okay, public members. Member means either data member or member function. Okay, public members can be accessed from anywhere. Protected members can be accessed from subclasses. Default members can be accessed from within the package. Private members can be accessed only from within a class. Okay, so actually classes and packages are both means of encapsulating and containing the namespace and scope of variables and methods. Packages act as a container, act as a folder for classes and other sub-packages. Classes act as a container for data member and member function. So the class is the Java smallest unit of abstraction. What is abstraction? Okay, the essential characteristic of an object, that is abstraction. So the smallest unit of abstraction is class. Okay. So Java has 4 categories of visibility for class members. So actually subclasses in the same package, non-subclasses in the same package, then subclasses in the different package, classes that are neither in the same package nor subclasses. Okay. So subclasses in the same package, non-subclasses in the same package, subclasses in different packages, classes that are neither in the same package nor subclasses. So 3 access specifiers: private, public, protected. So it provides a variety of ways to produce the many level of access required by these 4 categories. That is the same class, same package subclass, that is child class, same package non-subclass, then different package subclass, different package non-subclass. Okay, so suppose the variable, the access specifier is public, then public members can be accessed from same class, then same package subclass, same package non-subclass, other package subclass, other package non-subclass. It can be accessed from anywhere. protected member, it can be accessed from within the package. But the different package only subclass can access. Okay, within a package, it's like a public. Within a package, non-subclass can also access protected member. But the different package, only the subclass can access protected member. Then default. Default, it means no modifier. Okay, default, it means no modifier. So default variables or default members, it can be accessed from within the same package. That is same class, then same package. So default member cannot be accessed from other package. Then private. So private members, so it can only be accessed from the same class. It cannot be accessed from it cannot be accessed from the same package subclass, the same package non-subclass, other package subclass, other package non-subclass. It can only be accessed from within a class. Okay. So this is the access protection. Okay, mechanism in Java. Okay. So what is package? Package is a container for classes. So in Java, related classes are stored under a group that is called package. So how can we create a package? Package statement. Package name, semicolon. Okay. So package statement is used to create a package. So this statement, okay, is the first statement in a Java source file. Okay. Then how can we use package? Use the import statement. Okay, import package name dot star means it import all classes from the particular package. Import package name dot class name. That means it import only one class from the particular package. So set how to set a class path between two packages. So one package want to access classes from another package, then there is a class path between these two packages. So I explained that there are two packages P1 and P2. P2 want to access the classes from the P1. Then there is a class path between P2 and P1. So how can we set a class path? So one environment variable is there. Set class path. So set the class path equal to the path name of the path of the particular package.